Can you imagine the number of times I've been told how easy the US CPA exam is?
The accountant.
Like a CPA accountant?
No, not even once. But what I am going to tell you is that it's not that bad either. Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will be discussing how I passed the exam, and although it wasn't on the first time, I did manage to do so. So my tip number one for anybody planning to study for the US CPA exam is that look for the best course provider and do try them all. And you might be aware that there are a number of course providers out there like Becker, Roger, Ninja CPA. For myself, I use the Ninja CPA review, whereas I know a lot of people who do not like the methodology behind that, so you should go ahead and try all of them. All of these course providers do give you some free material and a time limit when you can use their resources without even paying for it. All that you have to do is sign up and they will send you the material for free. So my best advice is you need to know which course provider will work best for you, and then you choose based upon that. Tip number two, try to figure out your study style from the get-go and then work from there. What I mean by that is some people like to attend live session, whereas some people who would like to watch videos on their own self-pace. Whereas for someone like me, I like to do more reading as compared to watching videos, and I like to listen to audiobooks while driving or while I'm at the gym. So for me, again, the best course provider was Ninja CPA Review because they were providing all of these things that are working best for me. But then again, it took me some trial and error to get to the point where I knew the kind of study style I was going to be following during my CPA journey. So what I did was I started with Becker and I paid the entire money for that. After 6 months, I realized that this isn't the study method that would work best for me. No! And then from there on, I started my journey of finding out what would be the best study style. So my advice is before jumping in and committing to any of the course providers, find your study style and work accordingly. The other most important tip I would like to tell you is always piecemeal your study time. Which means is that always think of your studying as a marathon and not a sprint. Rather than doing big chunks each day, you should break down your study into 2-hour sessions each, which is what I personally did. I used to go for 1 hour study time just before heading out to work, and then another hour while coming after work. So what this used to do is that it used to give me a break in between, and then whatever topics I had covered earlier, this would give me the time to revise those in the evening as well as test those. So this way I was not burning out easily, and then I used to take long breaks between that time. Similarly, what you can do is over the weekend, that rather than studying for 4 hours straight, you can break down your time with 2 hours in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. Or maybe if you are someone who like even shorter study time, you can go for 1 hour and then 15-minute break and then another hour. This way you will spread out your studies, and then rather than getting fixated on one topic and then feeling stuck, you can break down your topics according to that time. Now the other tip that I want to give you is doing practice questions. And yes, this is one of the major parts of the US CPA exam, that a lot of people are focusing on the practice questions. But my advice is do not go anything beyond the past 5 years. So start with 2021 and then 2020, and then going backwards, go up until 2017, because the US CPA exam changes very frequently, almost every other year. So doing past questions which are beyond 2017 is not going to help you. Rather than that would be time wasted, which could be used at other resources. So my advice, do the past questions, but then don't go overboard and then start doing questions beyond, like, let's say the past 5 years. The other important thing that you need to have is a community that you can rely on. Yes, it is very hard to find people who are on a similar journey just like you. And this could be very frustrating at times because you do not have somebody to talk to or somebody who can understand that what you might be going through. That is why I found an online community by another71.com, and I used to frequently visit their forums, talk to people who were on a similar journey, and I did make some good friends along the way as well. And what we used to do is that we used to help each other with topics that we were feeling stuck at. Just like for me, I wasn't in the US and I was not aware of how the regulation and tax works over there, and that was one of the hardest topics for me. So what I did was that I found some people who are working in tax and also studying for the US CPA exam, and they helped me out a lot to understand the concepts, and due to which I got the highest marks in regulation. So this is my advice, that find a community that you can work with, that you can rely on, and you can find some of your study partners as well from there. Finally, the most important thing is no matter how hard the exam gets, don't forget to enjoy the journey. I know it's easier said than done, but it is something that you need to always keep your mind in. Otherwise, you will get frustrated and you might end up not doing the exam at all. And a lot of times when I've discussed with fellow CPAs, and yes, they keep saying time and time again that the US CPA exam is not only a test of your knowledge but also a test of your resilience. There will be times where some people might fail just by getting a 74 instead of a 75, and yeah, that is frustrating because that has happened to me a couple of times as well. So my advice is enjoy the journey and don't give up. And if you've liked the video so far, please do let me know in the comment section below. You might also want to check out my other video on professional qualifications in finance and which one might be the best one for you right here. And if you like the content on the channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.